Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. Now earlier in the day we saw the bronze challenge for the DPS for the new proving ground. We're now going to have a look at the silver challenge. And there's a couple more bits of information that I'm going to go through with you as well. Now first up, the bronze challenge was basically, can you hold your weapon? There was nothing in there whatsoever which should have troubled even probably the rookiest of players, to be perfectly frank. Secondly, with silver, this is now the silver one, we've got 3 more waves of ads. So instead of just having 5 waves, we've now got 8 waves. Although I did have terrible trouble distinguishing between any scaling of difficulty throughout the course of the silver. It just seemed to be very similar based waves, just one after each other. I didn't feel as if I was progressing any throughout the course of silver. It's sort of like pretty much the same, pretty much the same, pretty much the same, pretty much the same. I think the very final one, the 8th out of 8th wave, just then felt slightly more difficult. But other than that, nothing. Another thing that happens is that gear is scaled down. And the problem I have with Blizzard scaling down gear is it comes along with all the problems of gear scaling down. So if, like me, you get your stats to the nth degree, so at my current level, which is around 520, I have 15% bang on hit. When I scale my gear down, or when Blizzard scales my gear down for me to around 463, or whatever the item level it is that they've geared it to, suddenly I go 2.5%, 3% under hit cap. Now I can't get that hit back unless I start eating some buff food and other things like that. So it's just rather annoying that you've spent all that time getting your stats as best as you possibly can, only for it to be scaled down and then completely mucked with. There's nothing more frustrating in something like this with you firing off a Chaos Bolt and it saying, miss. So gear scaling down does come with its contentious issues. I'd rather that Blizzard scale gear down purely based on attack power, spell power, etc, etc, as opposed to all the primary stats which go alongside that because of the effect. But here we are in rank 5, wave 5, and again, just nothing different than I can really see. In actual fact, I certainly felt that a couple of the waves as we progressed through this silver challenge kind of became a little bit easier. It really was really kind of bizarre. Now, I'm failing to see at the moment what is the fun or the relevance of the proving grounds. I mean, I've DPS'd, I know my limits on DPS, and all that I can say with the proving grounds so far is the only challenge that I'm getting from it is not kind of avoiding those amber balls, which if they touch you will turn you into that big shard. They can be turned against the caster or other enemy mobs, but it's the fact that I no longer am able to cast and move. And that seems to be the only challenge for me, which is very, very frustrating indeed. If I could cast and move, then this would be an absolute walk in the park, but due to the Kill Jaden's cunning nerf, it's kind of like I'm actually fighting my own class mechanics as opposed to fighting the mechanics of the proving grounds. It just feels very soulless and very empty. Whereas the Brawlers Guild I loved because there are people watching you, you are queuing up, you are waiting for others, you're waiting for your turn, there's that level of excitement, there's also that level of cooperation, which is just so missing from the game at this present moment in time. And where I have said in the past I've got nothing against solo-based content, I still think it can enhance the game, I'm looking at more of things like Trows of the Thunder King, which is just a great little boost to your personal class, and even the aforementioned Brawlers Guild, although it's a single person content, you do feel as if you're part of a group in being there. Here, it just felt lifeless and soulless, and I just personally don't get what I'm actually trying to prove in these grounds. But let me know what you think. Gold will be coming up most likely at some point tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and also my Facebook, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.